What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to tonight's live. It is Sunday, 8 p.m., and we are live for the Savvy System Sister Podcast. First of all, if you are a mother, happy Mother's Day. Um, yes, I am a mother, and my children decided that for Mother's Day they were not going to give me the peace that I desired, but that's okay because we in here. And we are live, of course, on Sunday, as we are every Sunday, to coming in with the good. All right, so tonight we are going to dive into the three ways that you should be choosing your tech stack. And no, I'm not going to be telling you to pick the tools that your BFF use. No, I'm not going to tell you to use the tools that your coach tells you to use. No, I'm not going to tell you to use the tools that anybody anybody else uses. No, I am going to show you some of my favorites, but I'm going to give you, look, I'm a math girl, right? So I'm going to give you the ultimate formula so that you can create your tech stack. Okay? If you're ready, let's get into it this evening. So when we're talking about technology, uh, you might be thinking, Carmen, I know you've been talking about realignment, but where does this fit in to the grand scheme of realignment? And why should I even be thinking about this when I have a stack of tech tools that I already use? The problem is confusion is expensive. And so if you are using tech tools, number one, that you don't know how to use, or number two, that your coach told you to use them, so you just using it, or you saw somebody else using it, so you were like, I got to use that, and you don't know what to do with it, then you're spending money that you don't necessarily need to spend on tech that you don't need to spend tech on. And for most of the things I'm going to share with you, you want to make sure that your business is at the right level where you need these things. And if you don't need these things, then that's okay. Put it on the back burner for now because eventually you might. You might need it one day. So, there are three ways you can decide which tech is best for you. Number one, find the tech tools that match your vibe. Yes, I'm talking about you. If it's going to confuse you or it doesn't match who you are as a person, then guess what? You don't need it. You know, they say your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, your tech tools should match your vibe so that you can attract your tribe. So make sure that whatever you are using, you search within first. So when I talk about realignment, I mean realignment because we cannot pick tools that are going to mean something to us when we first haven't decided who we are, what we're going to need it for. Remember, I've told you time and time again that your business should be supporting your life. That includes your tech stack. If the tech stack is going to give you more anxiety, then girl, you don't need it. Your CEO operating system should be supporting your personal operating system. Therefore, your tech stack should support the woman that is behind the brand. Okay? Now, that's number one. So make sure that whatever tech you choose, it matches your vibe because your vibe attracts your tribe and you want to use the technology that's going to support you, number one, but also help to attract your ideal customers and clients. Number two, the second way that I want you to make sure that you are, or thing I want you to consider when you are bringing your tech into play is your budget. It's fine to have all these tech tools, but not if you're drowning in it. Because I have been there where I get shiny object syndrome. I am the queen of shiny object syndrome, where I see a tech tool and then I'm like, oh girl, I need to have that one. When in fact, I don't need to have it. I want to have it. My business can function fine without it. Or there's another, what I like to call freemium option, and I did a video all about some freemium tech tools to get you started. So make sure you check my channel for that. But there are freemium options out there that will, if it's not in your budget to spend a certain amount of money, then that's okay. So how do we determine how much we have to spend in our tech stack so that we're not drowning in the art of, I said art, it's not really art, but we're not drowning in the amount of money that we are spending on these tech tools. So the first thing that I want you to do is to think about Profit First. So if you've never read this book, Profit First by Mike Michalowicz, go read it. Go read it immediately. Because this is a full full, I'm not going to say foolproof. You've got to be disciplined. For me, Profit First did not work until I was able to automate it. So this is a great system though for those of you who struggle with spending too much on tech tools, or even for those of you who struggle to pay yourself. Like I said, your business should support your life. Your business can't support your life if, number one, you're commingling funds, and number two, everything that goes into your business account is flowing out of your business account, and you're not putting any of that money aside for you. Now, in this book, Mike Michalowicz does break down the perfect system. Well, no system is perfect. And I made a few modifications for my own business, which I'm going to share with you in a second. But he breaks down a system so that when you get paid in your business, then certain percentages go in certain places. It's real simple. So let me show you what I do. I have a video about this as well, breaking down how I do my Profit First. So make sure you go check that one out too, also on this channel. But the first thing I do is as soon as I get paid in my business, somebody like buys something from me. Hey, girl, the Thrive card notification comes through, or a Stripe notification comes through, whatever. um, it gets deposited into my business bank account, and right off the the tippity top, I go ahead and tithe 10%. Now, Mike Michalowicz is not going to tell you to go ahead and tithe 10%, but I believe in giving back what God has blessed me with, and so I tithe right off the bat 10%. Now, once that 10% has been given, I then the rest of it goes to me. Actually, this number has updated since I did these slides on Instagram. But so about 40%, 45% of what I earn from my business goes to me, because I want to make sure that I pay me and that my business is serving me and not the other way around. After that 40% that goes to me, I have 30% of my income that goes to operational expenses. This right here is where, listen, it's bad. It's the opposite. So excuse me. This right here, this operational expenses, this is where my technology lives. If it cannot come out of the technology expenses, then I don't spend it. And yes, I was the person who was spending all my little hard earned check on tech tools, but now I've realized that my business can sustain itself without this shiny object syndrome. So if it can't come, or if it hasn't come out my business, then I don't need it. Also, when you're ready to hire, that can also come from your operational expenses account. So that, again, if you're sitting there with a plethora in there, and you're sitting there with like buku tasks that you could outsource, your operational expenses is a great place to hire someone. The next one is taxes. When tax time hits, if you go ahead and set aside a little bit for it now, then there are no surprises, no stress when tax time comes. Again, having it in a separate account. Um, the next one is profit. This is how you make sure that your business turns a profit. We're not just in business to be in business, we're in business to make money. And if your business is not profitable, excuse me, then why are we doing it? What is it for? So this 5% of everything that I earn goes to profit. Now, for me, here's what I do. At the end of each quarter, so the last day of the quarter, March, June, September, in December, I will take half of what is in my profit account and then I will decide either it's going to go into owner's pay or it's going to go into operating expenses. And I'm going to use that money to purchase something for the business or I'm going to use it as a bonus for myself. And again, I don't take all of it, I take half of what's in there. So that account grows steadily. And then the last thing that I want to be intentional about saving for is giving 5% to coaching and mentorship. Because as I grow, I want to make sure that my growth as an entrepreneur is fit fits into my budget so that when I'm ready to hire that high ticket coach, there's no like, I don't have to think twice about it. She gonna get my money because it's already sitting there and it's already ready and waiting to give to her. So this is the system that I personally use. Again, it is a take from profit first. And like I said, I have automated this so I don't have to think about it, which makes it easier for me. When I was trying to profit first with out of one account and there was no automations, it got real messy and it got real slippery real quick. But there are a lot of online banks. No, I'm not an accountant. Let me say that. I'm not an accountant by any means. But there are a lot of online banks that will that have fee no fees. So it's fee free. So you don't have to worry about them taking a little extra off the top if you don't have a certain balance at the at the beginning of each month. And they also will allow you to automate these things. So personally, I use Bluevine. Bluevine allows me, even on the free account, because again, I'm not paying for anything extra right now. Bluevine allows me to have what they call sub accounts. So with the sub accounts, each one of those things that you just showed me, that I just showed you, those percentages, except for tithes, I have a bucket for each one of those. A reason I don't have one for tithes is that I tithe as soon as the money hits my account. So I don't need a bucket going into that because it's, oh girl, you got paid. We gonna pay ourselves immediately. And so I have a bucket for each one of those things. And so um, I have a debit card for just the accounts that I need a debit card for. I know that I have a system for when I put my owner's pay into my regular account. So you just got to make it work for you. And again, automation of it all, setting up those rules really helps so that you don't have to think about it. And no matter how much you're making, if you're making $50 a month, if you're making $500 a month, if you're making $5,000 a month, if you're making $500,000 a month, having some type of system early will help you when you're making more because it doesn't sneak up on you. You already know how things are going to roll. If you allow yourself time to let it work and to, get used to it. So that is profit first. Again, you want to make sure that your tech fits into that profit first and that budget. If it doesn't grow, you don't need it. And I'm the queen of tech, and I'm the queen of tech. And I'm telling you, if it doesn't fit into the operations expenses, you don't need it. The final way that you want to choose your tech tools is by thinking about your customer and client journey. And if you haven't seen this framework, I've shared it a couple of times, but these are the stages of that customer journey. First, we have awareness. How are people discovering you and how are they discovering your business? And this is where we want them to get clear on who we are and if we can help them. The first C is for consideration. That means, okay, they've seen us now, and now they're trying to decide, am I going to work with this person? Would this be a good fit? The third step is commitment. When we're talking about commitment, our person has not only found us, they have not only decided that they want to work with us, but now they are saying, oh, yes, I need her. Because again, her vibe attracts me as her tribe. Okay. So I need her. The next E is experience. So, or sometimes I'll say engagement. How are they engaging, or what is the experience that you are providing inside your program or service? And this is when the commitment is like your onboarding, but that experience is that the delivery of that product or service. And then the first S in access is sustain. How are we sustaining that relationship so that we continue to grow forward? But also, how are you sustaining the work that we did together? What is the process that I want you to think about as we move forward in our journey together? So this is the framework. The word is access. There is another S, and that other S is just the systems and support that are going to bring you clarity to make all these other things happen. So let's get into some technology tonight. So when we're at this stage, and we're thinking about these 5 stages, we want to choose tools that are going to support our clients and customers at each stage of the journey. The one piece that is missing that I haven't heard a lot from marketing folks is to think about how you want your people to feel at each stage of this journey. So at the awareness stage, I want them to feel seen. Okay? I want my people to feel seen because I want them to say, girl, she sees me. She knows what I'm going through. Maybe she can help me. At the consideration and the commitment phase, I want my folks to feel safe. Like I am a safe alternative and that I'm going to take care of them. I also want them to feel empowered that they can do this or what the thing. Um, Also, we want to sometimes give the feeling of delightfulness, or we want them to feel delighted. We also may want our people to feel connected, and we also want them to feel clear. So, those are some words that you can use to describe the feeling that you want your people to have as they are working with you. So, we've got seen, we've got safe, we've got empowered, delighted, connected, and clear. Okay, so now this is my favorite part. So I've gone through the framework with you. And so now we're going to switch over. I want to show you some of my favorite tech tools. I want to dive into some of my favorite tech tools. And again, not all of these are freemium. And I'll show you which ones I use and which ones I don't. I have used all of them, so I know the ins and outs of all of them. I have worked with all of them. So let's do this. If you're excited about tech tools, as excited about tech tools as I am, say give me a oh yeah in the chat because y'all know I love some technology. All right, tech tool number 1. Here's where we are starting this evening. Now remember, the first feeling that I gave you was seen. We want your potential clients and customers, your people that are coming into your orbit, we want them to feel seen. And so one of the tools that I absolutely love that will help your people feel seen is Flowdesk. 10 out of 10 recommend Flowdesk. Now, Flowdesk is a email marketing provider. There are others, but there is something about Flowdesk that just checks off all the boxes. Number 1, remember box number 1 was Does it, excuse me, got my words mixed up. Box number one was how does it impact or how does it match your vibe? Listen, if you know me, Flowdesk and I, we be vibing. And so to know that I use this also shows you again, it'll attract my people because of the vibe that I give off and the vibe that comes from these emails that I be sending out. So if you're not on my email list, you want to make sure that you get there. But Flowdesk is the first one. Again, if you want to feel seen, Flowdesk is your girl. Um she has landing pages for all the things and you can customize them any way that you want. And it's just beautiful and it kind of gives off that uh that lux, that the vibe that of the tribe that you want to attract, and so that you can help your people feel seen. The second tech tool that I want to share with you this after evening, this day, is Dubsado. So Dubsado is a CRM. This is actually a trial account I created really quickly just to kind of show you the back end of Dubsado because y'all don't need my information. But Dubsado is absolutely one of my favorites. Just as a relationship management, just so that I can connect with my clients on a rolling basis. Dubsado does everything from forms where you can capture leads. They have proposals built in, questionnaires built in, your contract for your customers and your clients is right here inside of Dubsado. And if you're like, girl, I don't know how to make a template, they got all these templates already built in here for you that you can use and customize with your colors, your design. So I am 10 out of 10 a fan of Dubsado. I've been using it for years. Another thing that I really like about Dubsado is the client portal, which I'll see if I can show you. I don't have any contacts in here, but here I am as a sample client. So I can see what projects my client is connected to, any messages that I can send either from the portal or from my email inbox. They're automatically uploaded here. Any events that we have coming up. So, anytime I have appointments with my clients, Dubsado handles all of that. Anything that I need to do on behalf of my client or anything that I want to share with them to do, um, any invoices that I'm sending can be sent right through Dubsado. Any forms that she's filled out, or also as I'm meeting with clients, any notes that I um, write and then I want to make sure that they see, Dubsado handles all of that. So, in addition to my coaching clients this summer, I'm also planning on doing some tutoring, and I am both tutoring and my coaching and consulting clients are held all through Dubsado. It makes it seamless. It makes it easy. It's a great option for a CRM. 10 out of 10 recommend this one. The next one that I wanted to share, if you want to help your people feel empowered, is Thinkific. I also use Thinkific. Thinkific has a robust freemium plan, so I highly recommend it if you're like looking at your tech budget and it's like not great at the moment. That's okay. I mean, it's not we get in there though. That's why we doing all this because we get in there. So I highly recommend Thinkific. Thinkific, you can build a course, you can sell a digital product, you can build a community, you can do landing pages, you can, there's one other thing, but I can't think. Oh, you can host a membership. All of that can be done right inside of Thinkific. And again, they got a 30-day free trial of the more robust plan. However, once you decide to upgrade and you're not ready to, once your 30 days is up and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for all that yet. Of course, like I said, they have a great, even their free version is top tier. So I highly recommend Thinkific. Now, when you're ready to delight your folks with video, y'all know how I feel about Ecamm. I couldn't show you Ecamm because I'm actually recording on Ecamm. I'm recording this live right now on Ecamm. So we are using it like we use Ecamm all the time. Ecamm is literally that girl. Okay. And if you are an Apple girl, or if you are like, you got the Mac, I'm gonna recommend Ecamm because Ecamm is for Mac users only. Ecamm has a much better pricing point than StreamYard, and I've used StreamYard. StreamYard was good to me, but Ecamm allows me to do everything that I need to do to record video, to stream live to different platforms at one time. Um, if I want to just record a short video to my folks, I can do that in Ecamm. Or if I want to record a long video, Ecamm allows me to do all of that. Anytime you see me pop an overlay on the screen, that is Ecamm. Um, so if y'all ain't heard about Ecamm, you better get in where you fit in because I love some Ecamm. Um, all right. But if Ecamm is not for you, that is okay because we have Loom, which is also another great um option for screen recording or just recording videos in general. So if Ecamm is not your thing, definitely check out Loom. I didn't include this one, uh, but but let's see if I can find it. But Scribe. Scribe is one of my favorite tech tools. Also, Scribe allows you to use AI to create your SOPs or create training documents by simply clicking buttons and going through the workflows that you would go through on a daily basis. So I had a tutoring client that was a tutoring company over the summer, and we built their workflows in Tutor Cruncher, because we were trying to decide between Tutorbird and Tutor Cruncher. I told them to go with Tutor Cruncher, because it had more of the features that they needed to go long term. Listen, when you come to me and you come into my orbit, I'm not going to recommend tech tools to you that you can use to get past tomorrow or the first 5 to 7 clients. We're going to look at the long term vision because I want you to see where you can go long term. And I want to build something for you that's going to carry you long term because listen, we don't know what that acceleration is going to look like. We don't know what God's going to do in your life in the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, years, months, weeks, days. So we want to be ready. Um, so Scribe helped me to, with that particular client, to build out the guides in Tutor Cruncher that she could use, that her partner could use, and that we could give to her tutors so that they knew what they needed to do to input their information. So, again, I highly recommend Scribe. Scribe is actually a Chrome extension, and it is phenomenal. Can't speak. It is great. All right, so if you want your people to feel connected, now this one is not on the freemium side, even though they do have a free trial. But I highly recommend Mighty Networks. You may see a lot of people that are using School or Circle are the two big ones I've seen. I told you Thinkific also has a community feature. Kajabi has a community feature. But I highly recommend Mighty Networks for your community platform just to keep your people connected. Is something about the experience inside of Mighty Networks that makes things clean and just, I don't want to say error free because there's always room for error, but it just makes it clean and the user experience is phenomenal. So Mighty Networks. The last one, this is the most robust platform. So everything that I've shown you, mostly for the most part, Go High Level has. They have a community feature. They have courses. You can do, like I said, a membership. You can do landing pages. You can do email marketing. You can do uh, s- scheduling in Go High Level. So this platform is very robust. It has a lot of things going on in it. It can get super confusing if you're not familiar with how to set it up, but I'm going to be honest with you, they have a phenomenal tech support. So I highly recommend that you check out Go High Level. You'll notice that a lot of people are white labeling Go High Level now and building CRMs for their clients and dashboards for their clients through Go High Level. That's something that I am exploring to give you all a premium experience. And so that's going to be coming soon. Maybe we'll see where the Lord leads me. Uh, but that again, that is possibly coming soon. And so I highly recommend that you check it out. A lot of the apps that you're already paying for, Go High Level has a something inside of it that would cut that cost for one monthly rate. So listen, Go High Level is that girl. She's very thick. She's very robust. She's got a lot happening in there, and she makes things, brings everything together. So I highly recommend that one as well. All right, y'all. So we have gone through all these tech platforms this evening. I've shared with you my formula. Remember, you want to make sure that whatever tech stack you're using as you're building it out, number one, it matches your vibe. Number two, it fits into your budget because we ain't got time to be spending all this money on things we're not using. And number three, we want to make sure that we think about the feelings associated with the tools. So thinking about what we want our clients and customers to feel beforehand and then choosing the tools from there. I hope you found this video helpful. I'll drop some of the links to some of those platforms in the description box, and I will see you next week. Bye. Love ya.